The desire to get better. The desire to get better is a fundamental part of human nature. It is the inner drive that pushes us to strive for more, to improve our skills, expand our knowledge, and grow as individuals. From a young age, we are conditioned to learn and adapt. A child who learns to walk does not succeed on the first attempt. They stumble, fall, and get back up again until walking becomes second nature. This instinct to improve is what makes human beings capable of extraordinary achievements. The desire to improve stems from two key sources: internal motivation and external pressure. Internal motivation comes from within, the personal need to be better, to master a skill, or to reach a goal. It's the feeling of satisfaction when you accomplish something difficult, or the inner pride that comes from knowing you've grown. External pressure, on the other hand, comes from society, family, peers, or work environments. While internal motivation tends to create long-term growth, external pressure often serves as a short-term push to meet deadlines or expectations. Both forms of motivation can work together, but true, lasting improvement comes when the desire is rooted internally. Understanding the desire to get better means recognizing that improvement is a continuous process. It's not about reaching perfection but about making progress. The world's greatest athletes, artists, and leaders are not great because they reached a final point of success, they are great because they never stopped improving. Michael Jordan didn't become the greatest basketball player because he won a championship, he became great because he trained harder after every loss and worked on his weaknesses until they became strengths. This desire to improve is also what helps people adapt to changing circumstances. In a world that evolves rapidly, the ability to grow and improve is not just an advantage, it's a necessity. People who resist change often find themselves left behind, while those who embrace the challenge of growth stay ahead. Improvement requires a mindset that welcomes change rather than fearing it. However, the desire to get better can sometimes feel overwhelming. The pressure to improve can lead to frustration and self-doubt when progress is not immediate. It's important to remember that growth is not linear. There will be setbacks and moments of feeling stuck. What matters most is the willingness to continue despite those setbacks. Growth requires patience, persistence, and the ability to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. At the core of personal growth is the belief that improvement is possible. When you believe that you are capable of getting better, you give yourself permission to try, fail, and try again. The desire to improve is not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about recognizing your potential and having the courage to pursue it. In the end, understanding the desire to improve is about embracing the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. Growth happens not only in the moments of success but also in the challenges, the failures, and the effort it takes to rise after falling. True improvement comes from within, from the decision to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the road may be. Improvement does not happen without resistance. Every person who has ever tried to get better at something has faced obstacles along the way. Challenges and setbacks are not signs of weakness, they are tests of strength and commitment. The path to improvement is rarely smooth, it is filled with moments of frustration, failure, and doubt. However, it is in these difficult moments that growth truly happens. Challenges often come in different forms. Some are external, financial problems, lack of resources, or difficult circumstances. Others are internal, fear of failure, self-doubt, or lack of confidence. Regardless of where they come from, challenges have one thing in common: they create an opportunity to grow. When you face a difficult situation, you have two choices: to give up or to push through. Growth happens when you choose to push through. Failure is one of the greatest teachers. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned, but failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every setback teaches you something valuable about yourself, your strategy, and your approach. The key is to see failure as feedback, not defeat. Another challenge people face is comparison. In a world where social media shows only the highlights of people's lives, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. But improvement is a personal journey, not a competition. Comparing your progress to someone else's will only create unnecessary pressure and self-doubt. Focus on your own path and measure success based on how far you've come, not on how far others have gone. Fear of failure is another major obstacle. Many people don't even try to improve because they are afraid of failing. But the truth is, failing is not the worst thing that can happen, not trying is. Growth requires taking risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. Mental and emotional setbacks are also common. Feeling burned out, losing motivation, or doubting your ability to succeed are normal parts of the process. When this happens, it's important to take a step back, rest, and remind yourself why you started. Resilience comes from knowing when to push harder and when to give yourself time to recover. Handling setbacks requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, see them as opportunities to become stronger and wiser. A muscle grows stronger when it is pushed to its limits and given time to recover. Personal growth works the same way. When you face setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? The desire to get better is not about avoiding failure, it's about learning how to handle it. Setbacks are not signs to stop, they are signs that you are trying, stretching yourself, and growing. Every challenge is an opportunity to build resilience, strengthen your character, and discover how strong you truly are. In the end, facing challenges and setbacks is not about avoiding difficulty, it's about learning how to thrive in it. The people who succeed are not those who never face challenges, but those who refuse to let those challenges define them. Growth happens not when things are easy, but when you find the strength to keep going when things are hard. One of the greatest misconceptions about success and self-improvement is that it happens quickly or through a single moment of brilliance. In reality, the process of getting better is not about dramatic changes but about consistent effort over time. Improvement is the result of small, deliberate actions repeated consistently, even when it feels like no progress is being made. Consistency is the foundation of growth. It's not about working hard for a short period and expecting immediate results, it's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel motivated. Athletes train every day, even when they are tired. Musicians practice their instruments daily, even when they feel uninspired. Writers sit down to write, even when the words don't come easily. Progress is not always visible in the moment, but over time, consistent effort builds strength, skill, and confidence. A common challenge with consistency is the human desire for quick results. We live in a fast-paced world where instant gratification is the norm. People want immediate success, rapid weight loss, quick promotions, and overnight mastery of skills. But meaningful improvement does not work that way. Just like a tree takes years to grow strong roots and bear fruit, personal growth takes time and patience. Patience is the ability to trust the process even when results are not immediate. It's about understanding that improvement is not always visible at first. A student who practices math problems every day may feel like they are not getting better, until one day, everything clicks, and the concept suddenly makes sense. A runner who trains daily may feel stuck at the same pace, until one day, they find themselves running faster without even realizing it. Growth is happening beneath the surface, even when it's not obvious. One of the most effective ways to build consistency is by setting realistic and specific goals. Large, vague goals like, I want to be successful, or, I want to be in shape, are hard to measure and often lead to frustration. Instead, break down large goals into smaller, manageable steps. For example, instead of saying, I want to be in shape, say, I will work out for 30 minutes 5 times a week. Small, clear goals are easier to track and more motivating to achieve. Another key to consistency is developing habits. When you turn a positive action into a habit, it becomes automatic and easier to maintain. For example, if you want to improve your writing, make it a habit to write for 20 minutes every morning. If you want to get stronger, make it a habit to exercise at the same time each day. Over time, these small habits accumulate and create massive results. However, consistency also requires flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and there will be days when you miss a workout, skip a study session, or feel unmotivated. That's normal. What matters is how you respond. Instead of feeling discouraged or quitting altogether, simply start again the next day. Progress is not ruined by one missed step, it's only lost when you give up entirely. Patience is the quiet strength that sustains consistency over time. When you don't see immediate results, it's easy to feel discouraged and question whether your efforts are worthwhile. But true improvement is not about short-term gains, it's about long-term transformation. Patience is about trusting that your hard work will pay off, even if the rewards are not visible yet. Consider the process of learning a new language. In the beginning, progress feels slow. You struggle with grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. Some days you feel like you're improving, but other days it feels like you're going backward. But if you stay consistent, practicing a little each day, you gradually build fluency. One day, you realize you can hold a conversation without thinking too hard. That's the power of consistency and patience working together. One of the most powerful examples of consistency and patience is found in athletes. Olympic champions do not become world-class overnight. They spend years training, refining their techniques, and pushing through pain and setbacks. Their success is not the result of one lucky competition, it's the result of consistent training over countless days, months, and years. The same principle applies to any goal. Whether you want to build a business, improve your health, or develop a skill, it's the daily, repeated effort that creates mastery. Another challenge with consistency and patience is managing the feeling of stagnation. There will be periods where you feel stuck, where progress seems to halt and your motivation begins to fade. This is when most people give up. But these moments of plateau are part of the process. Growth is not a straight upward line, it's a series of ups and downs. When you reach a plateau, it's a sign that you need to adjust your strategy or give yourself time to recover before the next breakthrough. Developing a routine helps to strengthen consistency. When you create a structured plan and stick to it, you eliminate the need to rely on motivation alone. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline and routine keep you moving forward. For example, if you want to get better at reading, schedule 20 minutes of reading time every night before bed. Over time, it becomes automatic, you no longer have to think about it because it's part of your daily rhythm. Rest and recovery are also crucial parts of consistency. Constantly pushing yourself without allowing time to rest can lead to burnout. Improvement requires balance. Just as muscles need time to recover after intense exercise, your mind and body need time to rest and recharge. Taking breaks and giving yourself grace when you feel overwhelmed is not a sign of weakness, it's part of sustainable growth. Patience also means accepting that setbacks are part of the process. Missing a day of practice, having a bad performance, or feeling unmotivated does not mean you've failed. What matters is how you respond. If you miss a workout, don't let it discourage you, get back on track the next day. If you fail an exam, use it as feedback to adjust your study methods. Patience is about having faith that small, consistent efforts will add up over time, even if the results are not immediate. Ultimately, the combination of consistency and patience creates unstoppable momentum. When you commit to daily improvement, even in small amounts, you build strength and confidence. Over time, you realize that the process itself, the daily work, the small victories, the moments of growth, is just as rewarding as the final result. Success is not about sudden breakthroughs, it's about the quiet, consistent effort that builds over time. Consistency and patience teach you that growth is not measured in days or weeks, it's measured in years of effort and resilience. The desire to get better is not about quick success, it's about having the strength to show up every day, even when it's hard, and trusting that each step forward, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goal. Your mindset determines how far you can go. A person with talent but a weak mindset will often fall short, while a person with an average skill set but a strong mindset can achieve incredible things. The way you think about yourself, your abilities, and your challenges shapes your ability to improve. Developing a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort and learning, is one of the most powerful tools for getting better. Psychologist Carol Dweck introduced the concept of the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their talents, intelligence, and abilities are unchangeable. They think that success is based on natural talent rather than effort. When they encounter failure, they see it as a reflection of their limitations. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that skills and abilities can be developed through hard work and learning. When they encounter failure, they see it as a temporary setback and an opportunity to improve. A growth mindset allows you to face challenges with confidence rather than fear. If you believe that you can improve, you are more likely to take risks, try new things, and persist through difficulty. For example, a student with a fixed mindset who fails a test might think, "I'm just not good at math," and give up. A student with a growth mindset would think, "I need to study differently or seek help to improve." Building a growth mindset requires changing how you respond to setbacks and challenges. Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, start seeing them as feedback. If you fail at something, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this? How can I adjust my strategy?" When you face criticism, don't take it personally, see it as valuable information that can help you improve. Self-talk is also important in shaping your mindset. Negative self-talk, such as, "I'm not good enough," or, "I'll never figure this out," reinforces a fixed mindset. Positive self-talk, such as, "I can figure this out," or, "I'm getting better every day," reinforces a growth mindset. Train yourself to replace negative thoughts with encouraging ones. Another powerful mindset shift is learning to focus on effort rather than results. When you measure success only by the outcome, you miss the value of the process. If you set a goal to run a marathon and only focus on crossing the finish line, you might feel discouraged if you don't achieve it. But if you focus on the effort, improving your endurance, sticking to your training plan, and learning from each run, you will feel a sense of accomplishment even if you don't reach the final goal right away. Mindset also influences how you handle competition and comparison. A fixed mindset leads to jealousy and insecurity when you see others succeed. A growth mindset allows you to see others' success as inspiration rather than a threat. Instead of thinking, "I'll never be as good as them," think, "If they can do it, I can too." Finally, building the right mindset means learning to embrace discomfort. Growth requires stepping outside of your comfort zone and facing uncertainty. If you only stick to what feels safe and familiar, you will limit your potential. A growth mindset allows you to lean into discomfort, knowing that it is part of the process of becoming better. The desire to improve begins with the belief that you can improve. Your mindset shapes your reality. If you believe that you have the ability to grow, you will face challenges with resilience and confidence. A strong mindset is not about avoiding failure, it's about using failure as fuel for growth. It's about knowing that you are capable of more, and having the courage to pursue it.